Good Wednesday, everyone. I'm Cyrus Webb, and welcome to Conversation Daily News. Glad you all could be with us. Of course, you have your news headlines coming up on this hump day. Have a message from my book, Words I Choose to Live By. And in today's Entertainment Spotlight, you're part of my conversation with award-winning author Sylvia Dickey Smith discussing her extraordinary career. Enjoy today's broadcast. For Conversation Daily News, I'm Cyrus Webb with your Wednesday headlines. In national news, Biden takes a tougher stance on Israel's indiscriminate bombing of Gaza. President Joe Biden on Tuesday warned that Israel was losing international support because of its indiscriminate bombing of Gaza, speaking out in unusually strong language as the United Nations neared a vote on demanding a ceasefire in the Israel-Hamas war. Israel's security can rest on the United States, but right now it is more than the United States. It has the European Union, it has Europe, it has most of the world supporting them, Biden said to donors during a fundraiser Tuesday. They're starting to lose that support by indiscriminate bombing that's taking place, he said. The president said he thought Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu understood, but he wasn't so sure about the Israeli war cabinet. Israeli forces were carrying out punishing strikes across Gaza, crushing Palestinians and homes as the military presses ahead with an offensive that officials say could go on for weeks or even months. Biden offered a harder-than-usual assessment of Israel's decision since the October 7th attack by Hamas and the moves by his conservative government. Meanwhile, Biden's top national security advisor, Jake Sullivan, is heading to Israel this week to consult directly about timetables for ending major combat. The president also renewed his warnings that Israel should not make the same mistakes of overreaction that the U.S. did following the September 11, 2001 terrorist attack. He recounted a familiar anecdote about inscribing on a photo with Netanyahu decades ago, "I don't agree with the thing you have to say." This time the president added to his retelling of the story, "There remains to be the case." The 2024 campaign fundraiser was part of a gathering of Jewish donors, many of whom attended a White House Hanukkah reception on Monday evening. Biden's fundraisers are open to some reporters on the condition that no audio or video be shared. His rhetoric to donors tracks his more candid and private messaging to Netanyahu on their frequent calls, according to two White House officials, where he reasserts U.S. support for Israel before pushing for Israel to do more to help civilians in Gaza. Israel has a tough decision to make. Bibi has a tough decision to make. There's no question about the need to take on Hamas. There's no question about that. None, zero, Biden said. But he added of Israel's leader, "I think he has to change his government. His government in Israel is making it very difficult." In more national news, Harvard board keeps president as leader of Ivy League school following anti-Semitism backlash. Harvard president Claudine will remain leader of the prestigious Ivy League school following her comments last week at a congressional hearing on anti-Semitism, the university's highest government body announced on Tuesday. "Our extensive deliberations affirm our confidence that President Gay is the right leader to help our community heal and to address the very serious societal issues we are facing," the Harvard Corporation said in a statement following its meeting on Monday. Only months into her leadership, Gay came under intense scrutiny following the hearing in which she and two of her peers struggled to answer questions about campus anti-Semitism in the wake of the latest Israel-Hamas war, which erupted in early October. Their academic responses provoked backlash from Republican opponents, along with alumni and donors who say the university leaders are failing to stand up for Jewish students on their campuses. And more national news, Hasbro cuts 1,100 jobs, or 20% of its workforce, prompted by the ongoing melees in the toy business. Toy maker Hasbro said Monday it is cutting about 1,100 jobs, or 20% of its workforce, as the melees in the toy business extends through another holiday shopping season. The nearly century-old Rhode Island-based company behind Monopoly, Play-Doh, and My Little Pony toys disclosed the layoffs in a memo to employees published in a regulatory filing. The Wall Street Journal first reported the news. The company said that the reductions are on top of 800 job cuts that have been taken so far in 2023 as part of moves to announce last year to save up to $300 million annually by 2025. In entertainment news, Jodeci announced new Las Vegas residency, working on biopic. Jodeci, one of the most influential R&B groups in music history, is announcing a new Las Vegas residency at House of Blues Las Vegas beginning March 15, 2024. The group also revealed a biopic is in the works. And finally, in business news, Wall Street drifts toward best level in nearly 23 months ahead of Fed meeting. Wall Street rose on Tuesday toward its best level in nearly 23 months, just a bit below its record high, as the report showed inflation in the U.S. is behaving pretty much as expected. The S&P 500 was 0.4% higher in late trading and only 3.2% below its all-time high. Dow Jones Industrial Average was up 180 points, or 0.5%, and the Nasdaq Composite was 0.6% higher. Cyrus Webb, Conversations Daily News. It's now time for a message from my book, Words I Choose to Live By. Enjoy. Good Wednesday, everyone. I'm Cyrus Webb, and welcome to Words I Choose to Live By. Look at your challenges not as a test from God, but as an assurance that He would not allow anything to come your way that you do not have the strength to endure. As long as you keep the faith and do not give up, you will clear the obstacles and be stronger for the next one that comes your way. So keep going forward. Have an amazing hump day. Sylvia Dickey Smith is featured in today's Entertainment Spotlight right here on Conversation Daily News. For Conversation Daily News, I'm Cyrus Webb with Entertainment Spotlight. Award-winning author Sylvia Dickey Smith rejoined me on Conversations Live, the radio show, to talk about her remarkable success as a storyteller. Here's a bit of our conversation.
Sylvia, thank you again for the time today. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Cyrus. I've been looking forward to it. I always enjoy meeting and talking with you.
Thank you. I appreciate that, and we're glad to be able to have you on our radio side, too, in my home state here in Mississippi, as well as online. Sylvia, you have had such a remarkable writing career, and what I love about it is you've been able to give us different types of characters, tackle different types of topics. What has that been like for you to look at your literary journey, and what it's been like for you to have had the career you've had so far?
Oh, it has been unbelievable. I have just really resonated with it. I started late in life, and so that takes away anyone's excuse about being too old to start. And I had a friend who said, I kept saying, well, one of these days I'll probably write a book. And I was at retirement age then, and she told me to sit my you-know-what in the chair and do it. Stop talking about it. And that got me going. And I started on a true story, fictionalized, and you're familiar with that one, I think, Dance on His Grave. And
right.
It just went from there. I thought, well, I'll write this one book, and I sent it to an agent. And she said, great, send me the synopsis of 2 more so we can sell it as a series. And I really felt I don't have anything left. But you know what? It's hidden in there. We do have it.
Cyrus Webb, Conversations Daily News. We thank you all for tuning into this edition of Conversation Daily News, but got on tomorrow's more news, message from my book, Words That Choose to Live By, and of course, your Entertainment Spotlight. Until then, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversation Daily News today. Let us go make today amazing. Take care.